Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Bearcat Den.
We are minus one co-host from the past 2 weeks.
Well, our special guest.
Yeah, was our special guest, not really a co-host.
Yeah.
Because
Back
we
to
are
the two of us.
Yeah, because we're not talking about the Winter Olympics. We are moving on
Yes.
and starting with spring training.
Spring training. So technically, this was the first year that there was exhibition games between regular MLB teams versus the teams in the baseball World Baseball Classics. So it was the first time we seen that. I think that was just very important to mention because Team Dominican Republic beat Detroit 12-4, and then the following day they tied. We got to see Team Puerto Rico play as one whole. Not the best. We did lose, but
You got the jersey on right now.
of course I got the jersey in honor of it.
So I think last week for the World Baseball Classic, we gave our predictions for who was going to win. Has anything changed? I think last week who did you said?
I said Puerto Rico.
No, I think you said Dominican Republic.
I said Dominican Republic, and if not Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because you want Puerto Rico. But I think you're
I have to let Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and
if
I
a
said
Puerto
Japan
Rican
was gonna
says
win.
that Puerto Rico is not winning, I'm just getting kicked. I'm getting kicked physically, but no, I'm not. More on the World Baseball Classics officially starts today. Well, it's kind of a weird thing
because the game's in Australia. So.
No, this one wasn't in
Yeah,
Australia.
I'm saying
This one
the
was
first one was in Australia. So
no, it wasn't in Australia. It was in Tokyo.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
okay.
morning games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were morning games, considered night games over there. But it was Chinese Taipei. We will get used to saying these names. Versus the Australians. Australia winning 3-0. You got Cheska versus Korea, and Korea won 11-4. And then Australia and Czechia plays today at 10 p.m. So these schedules are very weird. Tomorrow is where majority of all the teams are playing. So Puerto Rico plays tomorrow, Dominican Republic plays tomorrow. Like, it's just weird because you also have to remember that a lot of guys had to leave spring training to go internationally. Like how I said, I believe it's in the Dome in Tokyo. It's in the Dome. It's in Miami, and then I forgot the two other places. So it's very weird. But I saw highlights of the games because who the hell is waking up at 5 a.m. when you don't have to? I think these are good games. I'm excited to see it get full in swing because usually the first day is not fully the most like intact, crazy day of games. Usually it's always the second day. I'm excited to see things. I'm excited to see new players because this is where I personally find a lot of my like international people who come to play for MLB, or even like there's guys in MLB that you don't even know their damn names and you just see them in WBC's like roster, and it's kind of cool in my opinion. What you think?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it's cool that there's a lot of players that when you're watching the MLB you don't really know them, and then in the World Baseball Classic, because maybe they're one of the best players on their nation's team, they get highlighted, and I think that's cool. The U.S., their first game is tomorrow against Brazil in
which I think
Houston.
is going to be a good match.
Yeah, I think the U.S. should win that, and then they play the next day against Great Britain, also in Houston. So I think
they're in the Houston pool.
Yeah,
so all their games are in Houston until championships.
Yeah, and I think last week I said I thought Japan was going to win, but after just looking again at the lineup for the U.S., I think it's so well balanced.
It is well balanced,
and I think the U.S. are going to win.
I do think the U.S. could win, but I also do think that the U.S. do have a lot of guys who this is their first time playing. And I feel like that takes a big toll in this Baseball World Classics because, like, for example, they just got used to the ABS system in spring training to bring it into the season, but that's not part of baseball. That's not part of World Classics at all. So it's adjustment. It's the first time playing international like this because Baseball Classics is like, I want to say like every 4 years. I want to say kind of like the Olympics.
I think it's every 3 years.
Somewhere around there. I remember last time we played, Edwin Diaz got hurt. That's the son. So like that was like what 2-3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the last one was in 2023.
So, for me personally, I'm excited to see Team Puerto Rico. Their roster and staff is really good. I'm just afraid because this is a different Team Puerto Rico than we're used to seeing. A lot of the familiar faces are out, like Lindor and all of them. Like we talked about that last week with
Yeah.
like insurance not paying for players for Team Puerto Rico. I love how involved Bad Bunny is because he sent Team Puerto Rico custom cleats. And I'm like, period. Love that. But anyways,
They're playing in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Their games are in Puerto Rico. Playing against Colombia tomorrow.
yes, we play against Colombia,
Panama.
Dominican Republic plays against Nicaragua,
Mhm.
which I am excited to see because Nicaragua, like I saw them in the spring training exhibitions against the Mets, and they don't look like a bad team. I feel like it's just more of that, like they need to play a little bit more together to get more of a you know what I mean, like a more of a vibe of it. But I'm excited and I'm happy that they would never put this. I pray and I hope and I knock on wood that they do not put this behind that they don't put this behind like a pay thing because you could watch this for free.
Yeah.
But
it's great. I'm
It's
excited.
great.
I'm so excited to watch.
I'm so excited too. So let's head over to NBA.
Yes. Last week, I was talking about how the Knicks were struggling because they had just lost to the Pistons again. And while they're 0-3 against the Pistons this year, who are the 1 seed in the East, they're looking a lot better the past week. They had a close loss to the Thunder last night. It was actually a really
It was
weird,
really close.
yeah, but it
Without
was
going into overtime too.
yeah, but it was a weird game because the whole first half it kind of felt the Thunder were
Dominating.
but it still wasn't a full blowout. And then the third quarter, the
It-
Knicks just came out.
I
and
felt
were
like it was in one
amazing.
of those situations where it was that there was still like room for it. Like there was still room for the Knicks to
make
catch
a
up.
run, especially at home.
Exactly.
We know that being at home,
It's their favorite environment.
yeah. And they had an amazing third quarter. They were leading going into the fourth, which this season the Knicks were undefeated when leading going into the fourth. Sadly, that streak was broken.
Yeah.
But they had a chance to tie the game at the end. And this was such a...
Came
this
down
was
to
a-
like to the wire. Like
Yeah, and-
shot clock shit.
And going into this game, what I was thinking as a Knicks fan was this is a really good
Example.
measurement of where the Knicks are at. And the fact that it was a game that came down to the last shot against the best team in the league shows that the Knicks really are contenders. They are 15-5 in their last 20 games. And although they don't have as good of a record as the Pistons,
Like
a
they're
lot of
not
that-
in. I don't know. I feel like sometimes the Knicks, if you're comparing them to Pistons, like we could see the Knicks have more of runs.
yeah,
They capitalize
Yeah.
every single moment. I feel like the Knicks haven't like done that.
yeah, the Knicks
too
they
frequently.
started out the season very well, and then
Yeah, they
and,
did.
And then there was about a 15, maybe 13 game stretch, or actually I think there was an 11 game stretch where they went 2-9, and then since then, I think they've been 15-5 or somewhere around there, and they blew out the Spurs at home earlier in the week, which is regarded as a top 5, top 3 team in the league. They blew them out, which snapped their 10-game win streak.
Yeah.
That was a big win.
That was a heavy win.
And I would say they're clearly one of the favorites in the East.
Mm-hmm.
I like them the best in the East, but it is reported as of today or maybe
I
yesterday
think it was
that
today.
Jason Tatum
Oh, it was
will-
yesterday.
will be back.
Yeah.
As
So-
soon as this week, which is
Yeah, but like
which is
this,
actually remarkable.
which is
because-
remarkable because I said this when he got injured and he was already starting to do like training and stuff. He started coming back so fast.
Yeah,
Like usually
it's
this
been
is
less than
a year.
less than 10 months
Mm-hmm.
since he tore his Achilles, which
Yeah,
usually
which
is like
is
over
usually
a year.
it's over a year like a thing. And I think by like post-op, like I think it was like 5 months post-op, he was already taking reps in
Yeah.
the gym, which is crazy to me because again, it's not a normal thing to heal that fast from. But I'm surprised that he's planning to come back so fast.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how the Celtics work with him now back in because they technically started the season without him. So like,
Yeah, and I think there was a chance
yeah.
people thought he maybe would come back for the end of the season.
I
but
thought he was coming back. Honestly, I think he was coming back like post
The difference is, I don't think anyone predicted the Celtics would be as good as they are and in such a good position without him.
I did. Because I explained it to you before. The Celtics is one of those teams where they're a well-round build team and they don't value a singular player to contribute to the aspect of their team. Because we have seen teams where they got injured. Like, I want to say the Knicks. We've seen when Jalen got injured, how that affected the Knicks such majorly. But it's not only that they center around him, it's that most of their plays happen around with a singular player. So I felt like the Celtics could do it because I knew the Celtic team because they've done it before before playoffs. Because he came in playoffs.
Yeah.
He was injured and then he popped back up.
Yeah. So I think that without Jason Tatum, I would have definitely said the Knicks are the clear best team just because I don't fully believe in the Pistons. I feel like offensively it runs. Cade is kind of the only one that can create his own shot. I think the Knicks are more experienced in the playoffs. They've had multiple years in a row.
You think the Knicks are more playoff experience than the Celtics?
No, I'm talking than the Pistons.
Oh, than the Pistons. I was about to be like, Celtics.
No.
Bro,
but
let's be for real.
I do think the Celtics and the Knicks would be my picks. But I mean, the Knicks beat the Celtics last year with Jason Tatum,
yeah,
so they could do it again.
They could.
Those are right now. I'll say Knicks.
You say Knicks.
Yeah.
When is their next game? Isn't it?
They play. I believe they play
tomorrow?
No, I think they play tomorrow. Yeah.
Against
they play tomorrow against the Nuggets, I believe, in Denver.
Isn't Nuggets like?
Nuggets are good.
Yeah,
the
I
Nuggets,
say decent.
The Nuggets have a big game tonight, actually, against the Lakers.
Ooh.
And then the Knicks play the Lakers on Sunday.
Oh.
So 2 big games against West teams that are really fighting to try and get home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, which I feel like home court advantage is where the fights really come down to because what team does not want to play at home? We have seen the Knicks do better home than away.
Yeah.
They always have done better home than away. Well, they do good home, but like away, but like not as.
Yeah, no, the Knicks are a much better team at home this year.
Exactly. There's like their road record shows it too. So
yeah, they're almost 500 when they're away. And then they're 23-9 at home.
Yep.
So the Knicks, I don't think have to worry too much about. They'll definitely get home court in the first round.
I think maybe second round, depending on how.
Yeah, they have to get the 2 seed to do that, and they're 1 game back from the Celtics. So
it depends on how well the Celtics do.
Yeah, so it's really coming down to it at this point in the year. This is when seeding really starts to take shape.
Yeah.
After the All-Star break.
Yep, All-Star break literally changes the shifts of any sport. Honestly. And honestly, I liked how they did All-Star game this year. Kind of made it more interesting. But anyways, Formula 1 is back.
We're back to Formula 1.
Oh my God, it's finally back.
Starting in Australia.
Well, it hasn't even been that long because last race was what, December?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's been a while.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
I understand Formula 1 is one of those teams that have such a short off season because they have such a long season in general.
Yeah.
But like season is back, new rules, no DRS. So many things have changed this year, and like the Formula 1 regulations for this year is like smaller and lighter cards, which is so weird. They have active aerodynamics. We do not have they've replaced the old DRS. So DRS is no longer. They don't have,
what do you think about that?
I don't know how I feel about that because like originally DRSs are like only at a particular part on the track. So for me, it didn't really feel like a situation that needed to be taken away. And like there's certain rules to it. Like if you're like a couple seconds behind the person, you could use it, but only in the designated areas. I'm excited. I'm like kind of typical to see how it is because they have like overtake mode and boost button is replacing the old DRS. And I have not heard much about a boost button. Sorry. I've even been keeping track of all season. I haven't heard of boost button, and honestly DRS sounds better than boost button. But it's just like a whole lot of change this year. We're coming to the grid with 2 new teams, which is Audi and Cadillac.
What is your prediction for who's going to win this
first
weekend?
race?
Yeah, in Australia.
Ooh, it's home race for Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Oster has like a comeback after losing driver championship. I would love to see him have a comeback. Um Formula One has a good not Formula Red Bull has a good car with a new second driver. So I wanna say like wait, I'm gonna give like my 1, 2, 3. I wanna say pole is Verstappen.
Okay.
I wanna say Verstappen, but I don't wanna jinx it. um but I'm gonna do this. Pole, Oscar, second Verstappen, third Lando.
Okay.
Or Charles Leclerc. Like he could probably get up there.
I'm gonna say Verstappen's gonna win.
I wanna say he's gonna win, but like
I think
it's just McLaren has like they've been not secretive with their stuff. Like some people like say they underperformed in off season in testing like for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like I think 2, maybe one of the testing days because testing is not as crazy as thing. But even George Russell said that Max Verstappen is like a person to beat because he did like 100 and something laps by himself in testing.
Yeah. I just think early in the year,
I think he has.
Verstappen's usually.
I
good.
want to
Like,
say I'm gonna do that. I'm probably gonna put like.
I think Leclerc will come second,
You think
and then
Leclerc will come second?
I'll put Lando Norris third.
I think Lando's probably gonna. I think he. I want Oscar to pull just because I want it to show that like he had that redemption arc because this is his redemption season. Because in my personal opinion, I do think McLaren did mess up him with driver championship, and you agreed with that too.
Yeah.
Like I do personally think that. Yeah, I personally think that they did mess him up with driver championship, especially with certain like races of having Lando overtake him. So I think he's gonna give like this is his revenge arc. Like he's gonna come, and it's his home race. I always favor the people who are home race.
Yeah.
If we're being so for real. Well, early in their seasons, I go home base, and then after that, I go like stats base. And plus, I can't really give like a full confident like poll 2, 3 because it's just like it's the first race.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna lock it in. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Oscar, Verstappen, and Leclerc.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going Verstappen, Leclerc, and then Lando.
Yeah.
So I think
we just switched papaya boys.
Yeah. Before the season, let's give our prediction of who's going to win the drivers' championship in 2026.
But like that's all the way in December.
I know it's hard, but we got it. Who's going to have the best season and win?
Okay, let's go after this race because I can't do this.
No, that's the whole point. Is we have to do it before any races happen.
Oh my god.
I'm going Verstappen. I think he's the favorite, so it's kind of boring, but I think Verstappen's
I think he is probably the favorite.
Didn't win it last year.
I would love to see.
He's going to be back.
Yeah, by 2 points.
I
would love to see Lewis Hamilton back up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well that's going to age out because Ferrari's testing wasn't the best. I would love to see it be Oscar, but I don't think. Because like a part of me wants to put one of the new people, like the new cars in, but I kind of don't want to risk it with new cars because like these are not like new drivers. I think that we should clear that up. These are not rookie drivers getting called up. These are veteran drivers. Like Perez literally was the second seat in. He was the second seat in Red Bull, and then he left. Well, not really left. Got kicked out. It's kind of Formula One is messy. Formula One is messy.
So what's your prediction for who's gonna win?
Let me think. Are we doing like driver championship or construction?
No, drivers championship.
Drivers. Okay,
I think it's gonna be close. By the way,
you're wrong. The favor is.
Oh, am I?
Russell.
Oh, really? Okay,
Favor is
George
Russell this year.
Yeah. It's actually surprising.
That's also a surprise. Like I watched.
I think it's gonna be close though.
You
I think it's gonna be close.
Well, because Russell was in the contender for the longest. Before Verstappen came even all the way up. Well, he was always up there, but like he was always a contender because he was always podium. Like I think he was always second or third consecutively. Like at a certain point of the race when Verstappen wasn't podium, like
So is your prediction George Russell to win?
No, I'm not going George Russell. We love Sassy Boy, but we don't want Sassy Boy to win. You know what? I go Verstappen.
Ooh, same as me.
I go
Okay.
Verstappen.
We're both on the Verstappen train.
Yeah, it was Red Bull. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I think the second drivers in Red Bull's gonna produce.
I think it'll be enough.
You think it'll be
Yeah.
like a Yuki type of situation?
Yeah.
Rip Yuki.
But I think Verstappen is gonna carry.
Do you think Red Bull is gonna get is it construction championship?
Is that what it is?
Is it?
Best team over the entire season. So there's the best driver and then there's the best.
Constructors, yeah. I was right.
the
Constructors.
yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be another you think it's gonna be McLaren again? Or you think it's gonna go to one of the new cars?
No, I think it could go to one of the new cars.
I knew we have new 2 teams, so 4 more new drivers on the grid.
Mhm.
I totally blanked on adding them because this goes into my hot take. But like,
Should we go to that?
we could go to that.
All right, what's your hot
I don't
take?
know if it's fully a hot take, but as a person who started watching Formula One, like not as like really really recent, but like kind of recent, like maybe like 3-4 years recent. I would say that I'm not a fan
Mhm.
of 2 new teams added to the grid.
Okay.
And I feel like it's because we're already even. We have 20 drivers. Well, there's 2 for each team. So 10 teams, 20 right? 2 yeah. Yes. 10 teams, 20 drivers. Sorry.
Yeah.
My brain. It's been a while since we talked about Formula One, so my head has to get
Mhm.
back into it. But it was
Now
kind of
there's
something that's been like that for a while.
Cadillac's now the 11th team on the grid.
Hmm. And then Audi. Is 12
Yeah.
with probably an addition next season, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
With 1 more coming in next season. I understand.
Or no, because Audi took over. They took over
Who?
the Sauber team.
Wait. Huh?
So there is 11.
There is 11.
Yeah, because Cadillac is the 11th team, and then Audi replaced a team. So there's 11.
Oh, they took over
Yeah.
Subaru. Okay, so that's not bad. Technically adding, like if we're going to be realistic, it's only adding 1 extra team to the grid because these are still, like the drivers are still what? It's 22 now, right? 22 drivers. Yeah, for the 2026, it's 22 drivers.
Yeah, 11
So 11 teams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan with adding
Do
because
you think it'll make a big difference?
I think it does.
Yeah.
Because with the amount of races, I do think it would give like a little bit harder. But I kind of wish they focus on adding and fixing the FIA rules.
Mm-hmm.
Because those rules are very like, they're not stupid. I'm not going to sit here and say they're stupid. Like I would say like some of them are correct, but I feel like they need to be worked on.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be a little bit more up to date
Mm-hmm.
before we add new cars.
That's fair. That's a fair hot take.
Like, I don't even know. When was the last time it was changed? The last time the FIA was changed, they just changed it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just because of the requirements for the cars. But I'm not talking about like car requirements. I'm talking more about like something happened in the track. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like those races where there was like the most stupid thing that happened. Like the only example I can think is like Yuki,
Mm-hmm.
and they penalized him before, obviously for a good reason, but like, I don't know. I definitely do think that, I think it's gonna give drivers championship more of a run.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how they're gonna do the point system because it's usually top 10 gets points, literally from 1 to 20.
Yeah.
And then everybody under 10 doesn't. But since there's 22, are we keeping the same thing? Is it the first is it the top first 11? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they haven't really explained a lot about this. So like technically my hot take is that Formula One, before they add new teams and stuff like that, they need to get a better like understanding of
Mhm.
like giving more like the rules, because the new rules was announced in December, they did say that they revised the aerodynamic packages, which I know a lot of people were complaining about that because cars would get disqualified for just being too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad about that. They're talking about the overhaul of the set of power units for existing manufacturers. I don't know. I think that Formula One fix the gossip. Like FIA, fix your rules to not cause so many arguments between drivers, their people in their radio, and also the beef between drivers. Because do you not remember the FIA like whole thing with George? Like for example, Max Verstappen's last recent World drivers
Mm-hmm.
thing was a whole FIA thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they ever fully fixed it after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like they're fixing little things, but maybe I don't know. I'm not fully confident in my hot take, but I feel like my hot take does
Yeah,
make
no,
sense
it
in
makes
some
sense.
type of way.
It definitely makes sense. I think there's also just still things to just be figured out.
Yeah, because like
Like it's not fully closed.
I think this is the first time there's like 11 cars, like
Yeah.
11 teams.
Yeah.
I think it's always been like 10, or like
Mhm.
it started off with little, more or less, and then move up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fully sure of the back history of Formula One, but like
Yeah.
I definitely think that like if you're going to improve the grid to more teams, figure out your point system
Mhm.
because nobody knows their post system. 22 drivers. There's not 20. These are 22.
Mhm.
And then you're going to add another 2, making it 24 drivers.
Yeah.
Like Formula One did a whole like announcement videos of drivers this year, like who's on the grid this year. Like
Mhm.
always, like every year. We know like with race being Sunday, media is tomorrow. Media starts today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already been seeing Max Verstappen talk about comparing off topic, but he's comparing his car to one of those shopping carts.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. He said, I would just drive my shopping cart in the race if they let me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But we know that he's a sassy boy. Okay. I'm happy that they're improving the stats for the cars
Yeah.
because that is needed, but they need to figure out other rules, not only the cars. And yeah, that's my
Yeah.
hot take. I'm not confident in it. I'm not fully confident in it, but like I feel like that was something I really didn't like that they added new teams
Yeah.
into things. Like I feel like they should have added Cadillac after they fixed the car requirements. Because technically if you think about it, Cadillac and Audi has the advantage. This is their first car.
Yeah.
Compared to other teams who have to change everything, this is their first car.
Yeah. I think honestly, you can give your opinion on it after the race.
Yeah,
Like, you'll see.
I feel like yeah. So I feel like my hot take is not really even a hot take, if I'm being honest. I just feel like it's a concern.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Because people were, I don't know, I heard a lot of crazy things for testing and a lot of teams having beef already in
Mhm.
testing. Okay, because like in their website, they said that Formula One would continue to be fast and cool and inspiring to watch, but from 2026, they will be more challenging from the team and drivers. They will have to deal with new technology and tighter rules.
Mhm.
But then they don't say what tighter rules. Or maybe I overskipped it. I don't know.
We'll see.
This whole time is just going to be saying, I don't know about my hot take.
So I think next week you can reassess and be like, the race this weekend was.
This race this weekend made me realize that my hot take was wrong. Maybe my hot take could have been something.
I've had some wrong hot takes.
I don't know. Maybe because I haven't really, how can I say? Like, no, well, for me, I don't pay attention. My Mac move. My mic. I don't pay fully attention to testing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like because I'm very much I'm going to see how it works in a full race, not
Mhm.
when we're driving 120 laps.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, but yeah, so well, I'm happy to see that apparently they're adding tighter rules around, can I change my hot take to how they're changing the requirements for the engines? Like,
you want to cut that whole thing?
we could like, I don't know, because I know
I think it was fine. I think it was
I know
good.
they changed like the end, like the
You can give
like
another.
they're putting.
You can give another.
Okay,
hot
okay.
take.
My other hot take is why the hell were we putting less gas? Are we making the cars have less fuel?
That's an interesting one.
Because they said that Formula One, this is the future of Formula One powered by advanced sustainable fuel and smarter energy uses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, does that mean like it's less soil? Hold up.
Yeah, I think they're reducing. They're definitely reducing the maximum amount of fuel for the race, which they have been doing.
Yeah,
But I
but
think
I
there's
feel like
there's a big
yeah,
reduction this
they're
year.
trying, yes, they're projecting to see more and more of. Oh wait, never mind. This is for the wrong thing. Never mind. We can cut that whole part out. Okay, yeah. It says that they will use significantly less fuel, but I knew that the cars kind of were fine with the fuel they had. Am I wrong?
I
Like
mean,
they're like
yeah,
every team is mandatory to make one pit stop.
yeah.
So even if like I don't know. Can I just take out my whole hot take and just remake a whole new one?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Reagan, cut out the whole hot takes until now. So my hot take this week.
Yeah, what's the hot take this week?
My hot take this week is that I understand they want to be go green for fuel,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I don't understand the new rule of less fuel because every team has to mandatory take one pit stop,
Mm-hmm.
and taking like if you like what are you expecting? You're expecting them to take more than 2 now? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna affect the race. Races are already long. Less than 1, like, it says that it's to do 50-50 power split because they're gonna do like combustions of engine and electrical power. Why are we bringing electrical power to a fuel based sport?
Yeah.
There you go. Why are we bringing electrical power to a fuel based sport? Because like, have you ever heard of like Formula One ever going like that in that route?
I've never heard of that.
No, but it's for 2026. Like 2026 is a whole new like rules and regulations
Well-
that I think we both may need to catch up on because of all the new rules.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I think, but I mean, if you run on less fuel, then the car is gonna go faster.
even if we run on less fuel, but like go back to every team needs to mandatory take one pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
With less fuel, yes, the car could go faster. You could maybe do more laps, but how this is going to affect the car long term? Because remember, Formula One is one of those teams is one of those sports that have races back to back. And remind you, sometimes they don't. They also not even. So let's say Friday they have testing, right? They have testing 1, testing 2, and then they have race.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that every single week. When they have races, especially the back-to-back race.
Yeah.
That's testing, race, I think a break, practice, try to refix things. Practice 1, practice 2, race. Like, how is this going to affect the longevity of the cars? Yes, the cars are already moving to be more lighter,
Mm-hmm.
but if the cars are moving more lighter, is it necessary to cut out half of the fuel and go electrical power? Like, I don't know what. Are we trying to do like some, or like, I don't know. The first thing that comes into my head, are we trying to do some Lightning McQueen shit? Like when Lightning McQueen ran out of fuel? Is that their concerns?
Yeah, no, but I think
Even though
some
Lightning
ways,
McQueen is NASCAR.
in some ways you can think that having less fuel could help the car's longevity because it puts like less stress on components like the brakes, the tires, stuff like that.
It's
So
because I think it's the rate.
I do see
reduction,
how
too.
if a team runs on less fuel, then the driver, they'll have to push the engine harder, drive more aggressively to maintain pace. But overall, the weight reduction itself usually I feel makes things easier on the car.
I think so. I think it's because of the weight reductions that they're adding into this year. Like, cars are lighter this year. Like,
Yeah.
cars are 100% different this season than last season.
Yeah.
I could understand that. I could understand that they want to, like, there's just so many rules that are changing, guys.
Yeah,
Like, the power unit has changed.
I do think that it's going to be a very interesting, it's something that we're
Okay,
going to
like, for example, here it is. The car weight and dimensions has changed.
Mm-hmm.
So what has changed is Formula One cars are smaller and lighter this year. And thanks to the FIA's nimble car concept. This is also reported by ESPN, guys. I'm not reading out of my ass. That it mandates reduced regulatory limits in lengths and width as with a lower minimum weight.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I understand the lower minimum weight, but didn't we have like 2 races where cars were disqualified for being overweight?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why we're putting the lesser fuel to avoid the car being overweight?
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, these cars are meant to be heavy. Not
Mm-hmm.
heavy, but they're meant to be like a pretty weight. Like they're not gonna be like a NASCAR car where they're like like is NASCAR heavy? Is
Yeah.
their cars are heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're not gonna be like NASCAR races and all that. But I definitely do think that um it's gonna
I'm very interested
I
to
think it's gonna
see.
improve racing, like the changing the bodies of the car, but I'm not a big fan of bringing like I think we're going solar power soon, if this makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't like that.
Mm.
Cause like I don't know, there's so many rules changed this year for 2026 and then adding new drivers to this. I'm gonna say this that new teams, Audi and Cadillac, have an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
This is their first car. They don't have to change anything.
Yeah.
They could have been making this car as soon as I think December, like when we got the like kind of the new rules coming out like towards December, January. I feel like they do have advantage. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think they have
I think it
advantage.
makes a difference that this is their first, like, that their
First car.
first car. Yeah.
Cause yeah, well, not really first car because if you think about
Yeah.
it, like there's so many testings to figure out what car works and all that,
Yeah.
what works and what engine works and what. But this is their first grid car. Let's do it like
Yeah.
that. Let's say it like that. Yeah, right. First grid car.
Yeah.
Because due to it being first grid car, it makes it more like, oh, sorry. It's gonna make it like, oh, we technically never had to change anything. We just had to follow new rules
Right.
compared to like how um in testing there were so many issues with older cars. Like
Right.
Ferrari was one of those teams that were struggling and stuff like that. Which one is a Ferrari struggling? Maybe
Mhm.
that's not my hot take, but
No, you gave your hot
I
take.
gave my hot take, but like Ferrari's always struggling.
Yeah.
They cursed. They cursed. But thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Bearcat Den. You could find our Instagram by Baruch Bearcat Den and our YouTube, which is also Baruch Bearcat Den.
Mm-hmm.
See
Next
you
week.
next week. It's gonna be a long episode, so be ready. Bye.